Good morning. Okay. Um, it is late. It is like noon, 12:02. I was anticipating going live around 9 or 10 today, closer to 10 because I don't know, I just was getting ready, but what I did was really cool though. Okay. So what I did was yesterday I had a goal of this is just kind of a little background of why I'm late on going live. Was creating a template inside of Notion to um do okay, creating a template inside of Notion for YouTube. So I have regular YouTube, which will be like once a week videos, which will be more in depth on a topic. And then I also have what I'm now creating these daily check ins. And so I really wanted to get the daily check in template in Notion. And I'm pointing over here because this is where my screen is that has Notion. Um, Really wanted to get that template up and running and created a standard operating procedure, or for short, SOP, for how to get this live stream up and running. So I actually created two SOPs today for how to go live on YouTube for my daily check ins. So I have a whole long list, and that is 18 steps. But before those 18 steps, I have to create the thumbnail inside of Canva. And so I created that SOP, and that one is 19 steps. So I created very detailed instructions on how to go live on Instagram on a daily basis. So I did that today. Yay me. Okay. I feel better about that because you know what? When I and let me just oh my gosh, okay, I feel like this is going to get long, but when I am organized and have my ducks in a row, I feel so much more productive. Like when things are messy and like all over the place, I'm just like I can't think. So I think that's part of my ADHD brain, and again, it's not confirmed professionally that I have ADHD, but when I look at some of the symptoms, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, that's so me." Anyways, that's a whole nother subject for a different day. So, I'm gonna kind of move my laptop over here because I always kind of look at my screen over here, which is has my notes on it. Okay, so for today, February 22nd, 2024, this is what we want to talk about is the three uh pillars, or the three areas of life that we want, the three areas of life that we want to work on in our midlife to have our best midlife. That's what I'm calling it. Is again, we have health, relationships, and business. Okay. So I like to talk about health first, just because that is so much like, when we talk about ourselves, health becomes it kind of drives a lot of things, right? Your own personal mental health, your own physical health. And again, like I said, when things are out of whack and just disorganized, I'm just like my mental clarity, I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I can't get anything done. So all those health related things, I feel like, are the drivers to some of the other, you know, areas. So we'll call them areas because I'm still kind of developing this whole framework. But I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying talking about it and developing it. And, you know, when I say pillars or areas, you'll know what I'm talking about. But the three of them, and it's what was that chart? It's like the chart thing. My brain. Bloop. The three circles. Okay, but anyways, health wise, where am I this morning? And that is, I listened to a podcast, Shalene Johnson, and I will link the podcast down below in the description, about hormones and how she was talking about her diet. Now, she wrote a book. Um, that was, I think it's called 131 or something. I have not checked out her book, but basically it was like every through 3 months or something. Anyways, it was a certain amount of time that you go through and you change up your diet. You go through certain phases. Now, what she has discovered is, and this again, a topic for another day for all the science behind this is, um, maybe you can stay in a phase longer. Maybe you need to stay in it less. Maybe it's just you don't feel good on this in this phase. Like some people go all vegan, or some people go keto, or some people go um carnivore, or just even like just kind of, like not necessarily, or just like eating healthy, like eating kind of according to the standard American diet. So, um, but what she was saying is that the research is showing that you might not necessarily have to change up your diet if it's working for you, right? Because we have phases in our lives, and when we come into midlife, we come into perimenopause and menopause. Our bodies are going to be reacting differently to when we were in our 20s and 30s, right? When we're 40, 50, and beyond. Um, so the hormonal changes in our bodies are going to be affecting that. So that I think is going to be one of the things that I want to dive in to deeper is how are hormones affecting my, and yours weight loss, health, how you feel, that type of thing. Um, and then also, I don't know, I just wanted to mention this. I'm just like, I don't know, I was walking around today and I'm like, I just feel weird. I just feel like, I don't know, not really as much productive, just like, I don't know. I just yesterday I was walking around and just feeling off. And I'm like, am I just PMSing or is it something bigger? I'm not sure. And it could be just me PMSing, but I feel like this thing that I'm starting, this is really bugging me. Why is this lash like being drowsy? Anyways, don't let my lash distract you. Don't let it distract me. Amber, don't let your lash distract you. It's okay. Anyways, just trying to track how I feel. I think that's really important for our health is just tracking how we feel. So I'm trying to be better at that, but just feeling a little off and blah. So I did put on some lipstick today. I really like that. That was one of the things that I wrote down in a future goal is to wear lipstick every day, just because I think it kind of makes me look like a little bit more put together. And of course, I do put lashes on pretty much every day. So a little bit of lipstick, a little bit of lashes, a little bit of the cheek color, and then I'm good to go usually. Um, yeah, so that's it on health today. Relationships. Now, I was just thinking about this and I'm like, I have a couple of good friends who are just so non-judgmental. And it really helps me like go through life when you have non-judgmental friends. So finding again good friends who are going to support you in everything because I'm going to tell you what, not everybody around you is going to support what you do. And that could be your spouse, that could be especially your spouse sometimes, right? Like I'm telling you, sometimes I'm just like I'm like I don't do some things because I feel like my spouse will be judgy. And I'm like I'm over that. I'm not 100% over that, but I'm trying to be over that. Anyways, um, but just good friends. And even if I'm not talking to my friend, whenever I think about her, I'm like, oh, keep going, Amber, because if you were to be talking to her right now, she'd be 100% supportive. So even if I'm not in conversation with my friend, oh, water timer, of course. Um, just the mere thought of thinking about her and conversations that we've had previously keep me going. So that is a really, really important that we have girlfriends and good friends who support us. So that's all that on the relationship side. And then business. I got this yesterday. So in my group travel academy, ooh, um, course, Tamika talked about calendaring. So I've been wanting to put up like on my wall up in front of me, big calendar. So I found this at Target yesterday, and I was actually thinking, like at first I was like, I'm just gonna print them off like on big pieces of paper. But then I found this one, and I really am like, this is cool. So then I got this. So it's actually you can tear them off, and I'm just gonna tear them off, and I'm gonna stick them to my wall so I can have a huge calendar in front of me. Oh my goodness. And then so then I got sticky notes. You know, I love my sticky notes. And then I also was like, okay, does this fit? So then I was like, you know, oh, these things fit like inside of these squares. So I can just write on them. And if I don't exactly like what I wrote, or it doesn't stay permanent, and then I can color coordinate it for however I need it to be. Yes. Okay, anyways, that's what I have on the business front, along with what I was talking about on my SOPs. I'm creating my SOP database because I feel like sometimes, like I said yesterday, I feel a little out of I feel like there's so much stuff, so that when I think about something, I'm like, how do I do that? What are the steps? And then it's just like, no, just go to your SOP database and say, how do I go live on YouTube for my daily check-ins? Step number 1, create your thumbnail. And this is the other SOP on how to do that. Just click a link inside of Notion, takes me to that SOP. So then I go to Canva, I take my picture, because what I'm thinking is like taking an actual selfie every single day, like changing up the photo. I have my template. Oh, that was one other thing that I did is in Canva is create the template. So the template is going to look fairly similar every day. Change a few things here and there, change the photo. And so I did that, and then I have my Notion template for like creating the title, creating the description. So, anyways, I did all of that today. It was a lot of work, but now I feel organized about it. And I feel like I can continue to be consistent because I did all that work up front. And now it just is going to feel easy to sit down and be like, okay, what do I got going on? My daily check in. Do that. Click, click, click. Here's my SOP on how to guide me through that, and then get it done. Boom, boom, bing. Anyways, I've gone over. I was trying to only make these subjects like 3 minutes each, but now I'm at 13 minutes, which is fine. But today, I mean, I have so much more energy today because I feel like I am prepared to talk about all the subjects I wanted to talk about because I'm more organized. Genius. Anyways, yeah, sometimes, like I said, I feel like if I'm just winging it, I'm not I don't feel like I have the energy like compared to when I was rewatching my video yesterday. Um, I feel like I was just all over the place and a little bit disorganized, but today I am like, oh, I don't need to actually like think. My brain doesn't have to like constantly be thinking. Like it's right here in front of me. So that's just how my brain is working these days. And I feel like it hasn't been always that way because as I get older, my brain is changing, which is why I want to talk about living her best midlife. So that's all coming, and I'm very excited about it. And I'm very excited to talk about these types of things too, because we don't talk about them enough. We just don't. It's not when I go out onto YouTube, I'm like, where's the content that I want, that I need? Well, guess what, ladies? I'm going to create it. All right. It is time to get off. I will see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday. And I'm excited to, you know, talk about more things about how to live our best midlives tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye.